how to make a digital planner step by step. Hey guys, welcome back to the YouTube channel. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how you can create a digital planner for free using Canva. So let's get into it. Now, the first thing that we are going to do is we're going to head on to canva.com, and on canva.com, you can sign up using your email. So I have signed up using my Gmail account, and you will need to create your account to start using Canva. But once you have signed up, you can get started now. You can choose the size of your planner in inches, so you can convert this into inches, and you can choose any kind of custom width or height, or you can even take a look at the search bar. You can search for planner over here, and this will open up some samples for you to pick out from. So you can choose to create, a planner based on these, but we're going to create a digital planner, so we're going to make it very custom. So I'm just going to click on create a blank planner, and this will open up a simple little A4 sized canvas for me to start working on. So this is a A4 size canvas. You can choose a different size if you want to, and what we're going to do over here is we're just going to go on to the element section on the left. So on your left you have all of your tools, and on your right you have the actual canvas. And the first thing I'm going to do is actually select the canvas, and I'm just going to change up the color. I'm going to go with a pink sort of color, and I'm going to make it very light. I just want like a light little pink. And then after that, what I want to do is I want to add like a bit of design to this, overall planner. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to search for paper on the element section. So I'm just going to search for paper on the element section, and you can see there are different like paper types. And I'm just going to go into the graphics section, and I'm just going to take a look at the different papers. So you can pick out any one that you find is a suitable fit for you. So we're just going to keep on scrolling until I find something I like. And all of these are pretty cute. But if I go up and I take a look at this one, this looks pretty nice. So I'm just going to expand this to see what it looks like. And this is pretty nice. So I am just going to place this over my canvas like so. And I'm just going to make it fit on the top over here. And I'm going to add it like this. And then I can also, add, some book design wires or anything like that. So I want to make it look like an actual planner. That is why I'm adding, this page to, make it a bit more interesting rather than just, a simple kind of a digital planner. Now, once you have done that, what I want to do is I'm going to go into the text section, and you can take a look at the font combinations available on Canva. They're pretty good, and they're very nice and easy to use, or you can just take a simple text and then edit it according to your own personal preference. Now, I like to use the font combinations because they're simple and easy, so I'm just going to take one of the font combinations. I'm going to delete the lower part, and I'm just going to add monthly digital, or just monthly planner. I don't need to write digital in it. And once I have done that, so I'm just going to place it at the center over here. And when you get this purple line, this is when you know that your text is centered. So once you have done that, we've added our basic little monthly planner heading. Now we can add, the months down below to link to each individual category. But before you do that, what I'm going to do is you're going to click on duplicate page, and you're going to duplicate this page several times. If this is like a 12-month planner, then we're just going to duplicate this page 12 times. So you're just going to click on this again and again. And once you have 13 pages or 12 pages, however many you want, you can just start adding your basic text. So how do you actually make a digital planner where people can just click on the month, and then that specific month's page will open? So for that, what we're going to do is we're just going to take a text, and you're just going to do Control C and then Control V. And I'm going to style this as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write January like this. Once I have that down, I'm going to reduce the text box like this, and I'm going to go back into the element section. And in the element section, I'm going to search for box, and I'm going to go into the graphics section, and there are different boxes, but actually I'm just going to go back into my element section, and I'm going to go into the lines and shapes over here. So I'm just going to go there, and I'm going to take this simple basic square. And what I'm going to do with the simple basic square is that I'm just going to place it beneath the text like this. and I'm just going to fit the box, make it slightly smaller because I don't want it to be too big for the text, but I want all of the months to be able to fit in it. So I'm just gonna make sure that it is an appropriate size. So I think this is like a pretty decent size, and I can click on the text and make it white instead, you know, just to give it a different look. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the text box slightly darker. So I'm going to click on the color over here. I'm going to click on document colors, and I'm just going to go a bit deeper in color like this. Now after that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the text, and then I'm going to click on this icon over here, which is called link. So once I click on that, it's going to add a link or search. And what I'm going to do is you're going to scroll down into pages in document, and I'm just going to link this to page number 2. So currently I am working on page number 1, and I'm going to just simply click on these 3 dots again, and I'm going to remove the underline because I don't like it. So once I have, you know, created the hyperlink or the link, if I click on January, if, you know, once the planner is done, it is going to lead me on to page number 2. So you want to make sure that your link is ready. So I'm just going to rename my pages according to the month that they will denote. So this is going to be Jan, and I'm going to later on edit the pages accordingly, and so on and so forth. So you're just going to go ahead and do it for all of these, and you're going to add all of the months. So each month will coordinate to a heading on the first initial page. And I'm just going to place this over here and click on lock over here, and you're just going to select both of these items together. You're going to do Control C and then Control V, and then you're just going to place it down below. We're going to change the text. So once you've done that, you're just going to change the text into February. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to take the text, make it bold and italic, and I'm going to increase the boxing. And then I'm going to click on these 3 dots. I'm going to click on the link over here. It's connected to January, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into pages in this document, and then I'm just going to connect it to February. And I'm going to click here, and now it is connected to the 3rd page on this document, which is the February page. So I'm only going to show you guys how to create these 2 pages, and you guys will understand how to go on ahead after you have, you know, created the initial 2 pages. It's basically the same process over and over again. So after you have done that, what you're going to do is you're going to actually edit the monthly planner pages. So this is the January page, and I'm going to add January or Jan. And then what I can do is I can go on to the element section, and I can search for a grid, and then you can add like a simple little grid to denote, you know, a calendar. So I can go into grid, I can go into graphics, and then you can open up any of these grids to create your calendar like so. So we can just open this up, and this has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days, and that's pretty decent for a planner. And then you can leave like a side open like so. So once you lay out your grid over here, you can just click on the text. We're going to do Control C and Control V, and then we can place it down below the grid, and then we can just click on the text, and we're going to add notes. So this could be the notes section of your planner, and you can obviously customize it according to your preference. Now in the note section, what I like to do is once I add the note section, I like to go into elements and lines once more. So I'm just going to take this simple square shape once more, and I like to, you know, create this little cube like this. So notes can be written right around here, and you know the note section is pink, and then you have your daily activities. You can add numbers over here as well, so you can just click on your text, do Control C and Control V, and we're going to add 1, and then we're just going to reduce the font size on this by a lot, and then you can just add this 1 over here. And with that, you can also create pages. So you can click on duplicate page over here, and for 1 you can, you know, link the 1 to this specific page, and once you link it to the specific page, it could be, you know, a detailed account of what you actually want to do on that day. So you can customize your calendar to become a daily calendar or denote all of your daily tasks as well. So that was it for today. I hope you guys found this video helpful and you are able to create your own digital planner for free. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the YouTube channel, and I will catch you guys in the next video.